Spin the legs?
Yeah. Good recovery ride?
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
but it might be a problem.
What's the problem?
A little inclement weather.
Yeah.
We can talk about bikes.
I don't like talking bikes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
They should both be recorded.
Yeah.
There's a 30-minute time limit. We hit 30 minutes and we just gotta stop and hit record, but we'll just go play it by ear.
Okay.
Volume looks good. All right, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. And I got my co-host,
That's right.
the one, the only, Mr. Eric Robbins Sr. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel real good.
All right. So as y'all seen from the intro, we supposed to go do some riding today, but inclement weather. So we're gonna do some filming and kind of talking about this and kind of prefacing it. There's a lot of stuff that we want to talk about. The first topic, I'm gonna save it real quick, but you'll see a lot of these being sprinkled out throughout. I don't know, throughout the next time, because we're probably gonna do a bunch of filming, talk about a bunch of different things. And the first thing we're talking about is the Specialized LA.
LA.
When you hear that word, when you hear that term, what you think about with that bike?
First time I heard it, I'm like, LA what?
Okay.
But come to find out, that's a bike that a lot of people ride for crit racings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's aluminum, right?
It is.
And you kind of get to thinking, well, you know what? I've been riding carbon bikes. Why would I want an aluminum bike?
Definitely. That's my biggest thing right there. Is like I have been riding carbon for so long, and when I was hearing about the aluminum bike, I was really apprehensive because I'm thinking to myself like, this is not going to compare to my carbon bikes. But the thing that really got me interested in it was one, everyone that was talking to me about it, the people I kind of respected, people I ride with, and then the price.
Didn't be the price.
I couldn't pass the price up. Couldn't pass the price up. So of course I got the lay. I had my lay for a couple months before I even built it up. I was just like I said, I was apprehensive about it, and I said, you know what, I need to build this bike. And then after the first time I rode it, I called you. I was like, you need to get in the lay. You need to get in the lay.
And you know what it did, right? Took a picture up, screenshot. It's on the way. And man, I mean, immediately started thinking, build, right?
Yeah.
What kind of wheels, what kind of group set do I want,
Yeah.
and went through all that, and man, when it got here, anticipating, right, out of all the bikes I built, this was the one that I was most anticipating.
Mm.
You know, other ones you could build, like I'm gonna wait, I got the parts, put this together when I get time, I'll take my time. But this one here,
Yeah.
yeah, anticipation.
And then so also at this point, how many bikes have you built?
Let's see. Had the Elves, had the Dogma at 12. Um, let's see. The Fuji, and I'm missing something. Oh, I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay. Was this the hardest build, easiest build? On a scale of 1 to 10, building a lay.
This was probably the easiest one.
Easiest one.
Of course, it was the last one.
Yeah.
So all the lessons learned by building the other ones, you bump your head and you realize where you need to stoop down, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that was very different about this build, the Allay is the smallest bike you have, right?
Absolutely.
Going to a smaller bike frame, is that changing your perspective?
Absolutely.
Bike fit?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely, because I've got an F12.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 55. I have a Canyon Arrow. It's a medium, and I have the Trek. It was a 56, and the Fuji is a 55. But the LA is a 54, and it feels real good. Real
Okay.
good.
So
Yeah.
I'll probably do an overlay when you were talking about your bike, but tell me about your Allay build. Like what you got on there? What components and all the other stuff?
Okay, so I went with the Force group set. The chain ring, I did a 50-37. I wanted a little bit more beef on that chain ring.
Okay.
And I tell you, those two teeth And you probably look at it and say, "What's 2T?" But to me, it's a big difference.
Mm.
Big difference. Big difference in that. I went with the Rapide. Is that right?
The Robo Rapide bar.
Rapide bar. Uh, and I went with the 110 stem with the 6 degrees.
That's correct.
6 degrees down. And I put the wheels I went with are the DT Swiss
Oh, great.
1400, and I ride Continental GT 5000
5,000. What size tire?
28.
28s. Wow.
28.
I think that's a pretty good setup on there. And color. What made you choose the color that you picked?
That color, man,
Oh,
it's just beautiful. You know, one of my guys who rides a S Works Venge.
mm,
I seen that red and I'm like, yeah, that's beautiful. Get the little sparkles in it.
yeah.
It had to happen.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
thing that's crazy about it
Yeah.
too is I see my bike, my LA, and I love the colorway of it, right? And every time Dad sees my bike, he's like, "Man, I want that colorway." And then every time I see your bike, I'm like, "Man, I want that colorway."
Two beautiful colors. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Two beautiful colors. Yeah.
So riding that bike, getting on it, first impressions, how you liking it, and I'll probably pull up Strava because I'm interested to see like how many miles you got on that bike. But like, what are you feeling when you're riding this bike?
I think I probably got about, I'm gonna say maybe 600, 700 miles on it. But when I'm riding it, I don't think about it being a carbon bike. It's it's
Aluminum.
it's fast,
Hmm.
holds the speed, um, comfortable, uh, and I think one of the things that got me to buy that bike was the fact that it was the same geometry as the SL7.
Yeah.
So for the price, geometry, um, nice bike.
Yeah.
Climbing, good. Uh, Downhill, fantastic. And on the flats, yeah,
Yeah.
you can get some.
So you'd recommend this bike?
Absolutely.
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 Are you a buy into like the bike has to be rover bars, rover wheel set? Does it have to be all the same brand for it to work right? Or
I don't think so.
okay.
I think
And
I think a la carte.
a la carte?
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say a la carte because usually when I'm talking to people about bikes and they say, how do you figure out what you want on the bike and the components and everything? I think once you get enough saddle time to kind of see things that you like, characteristics of certain performance parts, you kind of get a feel of what you like. Because I don't think I'll ever see myself like walking into a store buying a complete bike because it's just so many things that I know I like and there's so many things I know I don't like. Unless that store is going to say, okay, you could put a 110 stem on there. Okay, you could put a 170 crank on there. Okay, we're going to give you a zero offset saddle. If they're not going to do all that, I mean, I kind of think it's a waste of money to buy the whole bike.
We kind of play devil's advocate with that one too,
Mhm.
for the sense that sometimes you can buy that complete bike and you're going to get rid of this part, get rid of that part because you've already got this parts. And kind of Peter pay Paul a little bit,
But kind of weigh out the cost.
weigh out the cost. Yeah.
It's funny you say that because that's exactly what I did with when I got my factor. My factor came with the SRAM group set, and I was very interested in trying SRAM because I hadn't rode any of the wireless stuff, right? So it came with the SRAM Force, and I told myself even if I don't like it, because they had a deal, I got the group set for free. I'm like, even if I don't like it, I could just sell it,
Sell it.
So I rode it. I didn't like it, sold it, and it paid for my DI 212 speed. So it kind of worked out. It kind of sucks buying and selling stuff, that process. But yeah, I didn't feel like I didn't lose any money off of it. So it kind of worked out, I guess.
Yeah. But I think all in all, especially when you know what you want, like I said, you've been riding a little bit, you kind of know what works for you, what group set you want, what chain link you want, go ahead and just plunge in and get it and let it work for you.
All right,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I would highly encourage anybody if you have not ridden in LA, find somebody that has one, go ride one. If you're on the fence of what to buy, whether you want to buy like I would say even like a mid-grade carbon bike or a high-end carbon bike, and you're not just sure, get you that. I don't even want to say low-end aluminum. That aluminum bike is better than I would say it's better than an entry level Carbon, and it's probably better than a mid tier Carbon. That's my opinion on it. So, and if you haven't seen any of the videos, I got a bunch of videos already on here talking about like the Allez unboxing, my ride review, or kind of not a ride review, but just my initial ride and how it feels. Check those out. But the Specialized Allez, it's definitely a bike you need to have in your arsenal. Pick you up one.